today's session of Divorce Court, Barbara Noel says she was swept off her feet by her charming European husband, Bruno.
I remember the first time I see her getting out of the room with a black pant, a black dress, and a black hat.
She looked good in it.
She was looking good.
I must admit, black does look pretty good.
You're looking good, too.
But after 3.5 years of marriage, he wants out, and she says she was used.
You pressured me to get married before our wedding so that you could work. I just don't know how, within 1 month, you can totally turn away from a person and you can close your heart. We went to counseling, we went to 4 sessions, and on the 4th session, he said, this is a waste of my time.
Don't tell me you never argue.
I ask you the questions. You don't ask me the questions.
Well, you want to know if you don't let me finish.
You don't dare talk to me like that.
Today, Barbara Noel hopes to put memories of Bruno behind her in this session of Divorce Court.
All rise. Court is now in session. Maybelline Ephraim presiding. You may be seated.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is the matter of Barbara Noel versus Bruno Noel. Mrs. Noel, I'm advised that the fact that your husband was a foreigner turned you on, and now it's turning you off. What's the matter?
When we first met, he was different than anybody I'd ever dated.
Different in the fact that he was born somewhere else, had a different nationality, or different in
different
what way?
cultures. He was just a different person.
Well,
and
explain
now,
that to me.
In the beginning, he was romantic. He was attentive. He had a vulnerability to him that attracted me.
And he had an accent that you liked.
Yes.
Okay, and
now I feel that he's changed. I feel that he used me to get his green card, and now he's leaving.
now you think he just used you to get his green card?
Yes.
So he's from another country?
Yes.
Yes.
And he didn't have a green card when you met him?
No, he did not. He did not even have a work permit when I met him.
I was working anyway, and I was making
He was not allowed to work.
Mr. Noel?
Your Honor, I was making...
Mr. Noel, let me just set some ground rules. Let me set some ground rules. I can't hear but one of you at a time.
Okay.
You don't need to scream over her. I'm going to allow you to talk. Now, you think that he only married you for the green card, and you're saying no way.
No way, no.
Why?
When I meet her, I was working. I was making pretty decent money.
She didn't say you weren't working. She said you only married her so you could get your citizenship.
You don't let me finish. Or you want to know if you don't let me finish?
Oh, who do you think you're talking to?
No.
I think you got this confused. I may let you finish and I may not.
Be polite here and show respect to the court.
Okay.
Sorry,
Your Honor.
Everything.
Let me tell you how it's done in this court. Where are you from?
Belgium.
Belgium. I don't know how it's done there, but the way it's done in this court, you don't dare talk to me like that. And I may let you finish and I may not. Now, whereas you can't interrupt her, it's my prerogative to interrupt anybody I want to. And when I do, you just answer my questions and you close your mouth. You got that?
I've got it.
All right. Now you may continue.
I married her because I love her. That's the real reason. I remember the first time I see her getting out of the room with a black pant, a black dress, and a black hat.
That's the first time you saw her?
Yes, when I was in her apartment.
We met on a blind date.
We met.
Coming out of the room with black panties and a black hat?
No. The outfit I was wearing. Black
it was
jeans.
all black. Okay, maybe I didn't understand it.
Yes.
What did you see? What were you wearing?
I was wearing black jeans and like a silk shirt and a black hat and.
So it's all the black that turned you on. You were attracted by it. She looked good in it.
She was looking good.
I must admit, black does look pretty good.
You're looking good too.
I can see why you were attracted. So you liked her?
Yeah, I liked her.
So that was your turn on?
Yeah, I see her, I remember, I was there and we start to date. And after that, we have some fight.
What'd you have a fight over?
We have some fight after a while.
What was it about?
About the way, some stuff you have in your house, the way things should be done.
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out.
Okay.
Can you express it to me?
For example, in waiting for me to do the laundry, the way you spend the money.
No. But I thought she said she was working as well.
She was working. I never say she didn't work, but she was working. But
yes,
but her money wasn't as good as your money.
Why the money is coming right now? What is the problem with the money?
You said the way she was spending money as well.
Yeah, we fight, we argue about it. Don't tell me you never argue about somebody.
Now, there you go again. The rule is, I don't care what I do. What does it matter to you? You're not about to make any decisions about me. So what does it matter?
Okay.
I ask you the questions. You don't ask me the questions. That's the second rule. All right?
Let me write now.
So you're going to get a good lesson here today.
Yeah, I guess.
All right.
I'm complaining about the wedding itself. I want to make it simple because we didn't have a lot of money.
The wedding.
And she wanted to have a big wedding.
So from the beginning, there was a problem.
We did not have a big wedding. Our budget was $5,000.
So you started out on the wedding day or before the wedding day already having a difference in how you spend money.
Yeah, we had some problem and we argue about it, yes. You know.
But wait a minute, the papers say you all got married at a drive-through chapel in one of those, that cost $5,000 for a drive-through chapel wedding?
No, this is what happened. When we got together, we were engaged.
Just answer me, was it a drive-through chapel wedding?
The legal wedding, the legal marriage.
So you had a marriage at a drive-through chapel?
Yes.
And then you wanted a real wedding reception.
I wanted a wedding.
So you could put on the gown and you could be beautiful for him. So that's another issue. Simple things you all are arguing over. Not a reason to ruin a marriage. So is she right? Did you use her? Are things going better now?
No, she's
and
wrong.
you have your green card and you can move on?
She's wrong, Your Honor.
No, I'm not wrong.
We was together for a while and
You pressured me to get married before our wedding so that you could work, so it would go faster.
So then you knew all along that he was trying to get a green card when he was pressuring you to marry him.
Well, you know, I tried to think that he loved me.
But you said he pressured you to marry him so he could get to work.
Yes, and I thought that it was for us. I thought it was for our family.
So now what makes you think it's different? Why do you think now that that wasn't the reason?
He changed.
Because he became unromantic and inattentive and cold? Cold? So you
totally cold, totally inconsiderate. There was one occasion before we got separated, it was a few months ago, that I told him I knew we were in trouble. And I told him to please come home that night so that we could talk. He said, no, I told you I was going out with my friends.
Well, how is that any unusual than people that have green cards that was born in America and been here all their lives? Why do you equate that to he only married you for a green card?
We went to counseling, we went to 4 sessions, and on the 4th session he said, this is a waste of my time, no emotion, no feeling. I just don't know how within 1 month you can totally turn away from a person and you can close your heart.
Well, you said that he started changing, and so apparently it was more than 1 month.
He did. He started changing He started changing when he got his current job.
Oh, is making more money?
Yes, he makes a lot more money than I do. He's a maintenance manager. It's what he came here for.
So now
And that's why I feel that he's used me.
So you said now that his money is right and better than yours,
yes,
and the tables turn and it's time for him to help you, he's ready to move on.
He got a big, huge raise, and he started hiding every paycheck from me. He no longer gave me his check to deposit in the bank. He gave me money to put in the bank. I have no idea still how much he makes.
I see you.
I have no idea.
Thank you.
He bought things that I don't know about. He bought guns. He came home with a brand new car one day without even consulting me, which he would not even let me drive.
So he became real secretive.
Yes,
Now, those are better reasons for you to tell me you think that he married you because of the green card.
I know. I was trying
changing his, romanticism, that's a universal thing. It always changes once you get married. Didn't somebody tell you that?
When divorce court returns, Barbara explains why she wants Bruno to pay.
Why should my standard of living go way below when we were together, we built something together?
Because that's what happens when people divorce.
If you would like to have the judge hear your case in divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or email us at www.divorcecourttv.com. Divorce court is back in the case of Barbara Noel, who says she wants a divorce because her husband Bruno used her just so he could stay in this country.
I start to have a little bit of saving for myself. I mean, not even for myself.
For himself.
Well, he thinks it's for himself, but guess what? He did you a favor. Don't complain. He saved. Don't complain.
And now he says he has no savings.
He did you a favor. He didn't know it, but he did.
And now, Your Honor, she's complaining she don't have enough money. I giving her around $1,000 a month.
You
$1,000 a month you're giving her?
You want to see it? You want to see it?
Yeah, let me see.
I'll show it to you.
In addition to her paycheck, you're giving her $1,000 a month?
I give her $240 a week.
Which is $960 when before he left
4.3 weeks is about $1,000.
Exactly. Thank you, Your Honor.
4.3 weeks in a month.
In Belgium, that's what it is.
Before he left me, he was giving me $600
That's what I
a
give.
week to pay the family bills.
So now he's giving you $240 a week as opposed to $600 a week.
Yes.
And you're working.
Yes. I have 2 kids. We have a mortgage payment. We have daycare. We have, bills. We have car payments.
But he now has a house that he has to pay too.
Yes, I understand.
Who cares? She don't.
I do.
Your Honor, here you can see I make 2 checks every week.
Well, she admits that you gave her $240 a week.
But I told him it was not enough.
I don't need to see it because she admits it. I only need to see evidence when it's
There was a
disputed.
shortage. I told him so.
Okay.
And
but now you want $600 a week.
No, I'm not saying I want $600 a week, but I'm saying there was a shortage. It's not enough to keep up all the bills. That's why I've been forced to sell the house. He told me that he wanted me to be able to keep my house because I did all the work for it and he wanted a nice place for his kids to live. I think he wants me to keep the house because he felt guilty about what he's doing to me.
Well, he probably did want you to keep the house, but if the house is up for sale...
Because I can't afford.
Okay, does it have any equity? Does it have any equity?
No, we only bought it a year ago.
So you're not going to get anything out of that?
We do stand to make about $13,000.
Well, I just asked you, did it have any equity? And you said no. Well, so now you don't tell the whole truth, huh?
Well, it's because we didn't make a down payment and a special program.
But you can get something out of it.
Yes.
And what are you saying about, so once the house is sold, you want what?
I want the money to move into a new apartment.
How much
first
is that?
And last month's rent. Probably $2,000.
What's going to happen with the money that you get out of the sale of the house?
We are going to split it.
I think that I should be able to keep it.
Plus $2,000?
No, not plus $2,000. I think that we should settle that I should be able to keep the money from the house.
All of it?
Yes.
Okay, let me hear his side.
What's happening, Your Honor, she can't afford a house for $1,000, but she's looking to rent an apartment for $1,000 or $940.
$900 because I want my kids to live in a decent neighborhood.
Excuse me, Mrs. Noel, let him finish.
Because what she tell me, she want to keep her standing.
Why should my standard of living go way below when we were together, we built something together?
Because that's what happens when people divorce. Standards of living change because you can no longer live at the same level that you lived at before. Quite often,
I'm not expecting.
In most divorces, 2 incomes is not the same as 1. And so the way you live with a 2-income family, you can't live the same with a 1-income family. That's common sense. You know that.
I realize that.
But if he's paying you $1,000 a month and your note is $900 per month at the house,
the mortgage
is $900 at the house, and you're going to rent something that's $940 a month?
No,
that doesn't make sense.
The mortgage was $1,000. I'm going to rent something for $900, but I'm also expecting to pay off my car with the money because I need to be closer to work. $7,000.
Aren't you working?
Yes, I am, but I've got child care bills. I have 2 kids that I have to support.
You getting support from the other father?
No, I'm not.
Why not? You want Mr. Noel to support the other child as well?
And I plan.
Excuse me, why not?
Because for a long time he was gone.
He's too good to ask for support?
No, he was gone.
Okay, so that will give you some solution. He's saying that he gives you $240 per week,
yes,
which is $1,000 per month, which allows you to have a house for your children because that covers the mortgage.
But nothing
Your
else.
Honor.
Yes, it does because you have some money to pay something else.
Your Honor.
You got to use your money too.
When divorce court returns, the judge renders her verdict. And an update on the case of Carla Washington versus Rolundus Washington.
My ideal marriage is to have a house husband. I pay the bills and you take care of the house.
Divorce Court will be back in session in a moment. Divorce Court is back and the verdict is in the case of Barbara Noel, who says after supporting her husband Bruno, he left her after he got a big promotion and a pay raise.
How much do you have in savings over there, though, that you were saving for yourself?
Around this.
What'd you do with it?
My dad passed away 3 months ago. I have to fly in emergency in
And
Belgium.
how much was that?
It cost me around $2,000.
And how much did you have in savings?
At this time?
No, when you flew to Belgium for your dad's funeral.
$3,000. And I have to move and rent a new apartment and buy some furniture.
Okay,
All
that money
brand
that
new
you saved
furniture.
during the marriage, half of it was hers, so you owe her $1,500 of it. So you got to give her back that, $1,500.
Your Honor, I want to just bring something here. I'm in this country for around 5 years, and I realize something is really screwed up.
What's really screwed up about our country? You better watch yourself, because I love America.
Me too. That's
What's
why I'm
screwed up?
here. About the child support. A lot of people think child support is for them to pay stuff. They don't realize it's for the child. It's to feed the child and dress the child.
Well, let me explain something to you again and give you another government lesson. Child support is not for the mother, it's for the child. But when you pay the mortgage, that takes care of the child. When you pay utilities, that helps the child. When you buy food, that helps the child. When you pay for gasoline for a car so you can get the children back and forth to school and hospitals and outings and things, that's for the children. When you pay a card note, that benefits the children. It's not just buying food and clothes and shoes. Okay?
I've got it.
I'm about ready to rule. How much is your house know where you're living, Mr. Noel?
My apartment,
Whatever, the place that you have a roof over your head. How much is it?
$740, Your Honor.
Okay, that's not unreasonable.
And he has a one-bedroom apartment. I have to get at least a two-bedroom apartment because I have kids.
You better go after that other man and get some money.
I will. I am.
Okay.
I am.
Now, that's where you need to go. That's one thing you need to get on quickly. You've decided, you've allowed him to do it, and for whatever reason, I don't know, but
Because I don't
want to hear the excuses. Just go after him. Just get some money from him for the support of his child.
I'm going to.
I don't understand that. The order of the court is this. The savings that you had, you spent $3,000 for your father to go to the funeral. Half of that belonged to Mrs. Noel. You need to reimburse her $1,500. I'm going to give you 30 days to do that. The net proceeds from the sale of the house, you have to divide it equally.
Your Honor.
Divide the net proceeds equally. I don't want to hear any more about it.
But
Equally. I don't want to hear any more about it. Are you hard of hearing? Whatever you get, you get. Mr. Noel, you're ordered to continue to pay the $240 per week to Mrs. Noel as and for child support. In addition, you do have to split the cost of the child care. That's in addition to food, clothing, shelter. Child care is to allow both of you to work. So you pay half the cost of the child care, not to exceed $320. So if you put her somewhere else that's going to cost more without his agreement, that's you pick up the difference. Okay. Did you get my orders? You understand them? $240 per week, half the child care, not to exceed $320. That's the court's order. Court's adjourned.
When Divorce Court returns, an update on the case of Carla Washington versus Rolundus Washington.
If I'm working 180 hours every 2 weeks, I'm going to go do what I want to do when I want to do it.
Closed captioning for Divorce Court provided by. If you would like to have the judge hear your case in Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or email us at www.divorcecourttv.com. And now for an update on a previous case in Divorce Court. Rolundus said he married Carla because he loved her, but his wife Carla had other plans.
My ideal marriage is to have a house husband. I pay the bills and you take care of the house. If I'm working 180 hours every 2 weeks, I'm going to go do what I want to do when I want to do it.
But Rolundus said when Carla's teenage son became the boss, he had enough.
Why, you living in separate houses? Because of the 16-year-old?
Exactly.
How does he have the right to sit up and tell you what you can do and not do in terms of your relationship with your husband?
Carla said that when Rolundus left her, she fell behind on their car note, and she brought him to court. The judge ordered Rolundus to pay $1,444. Rolundus says he has put Carla behind him and is now dating someone else. Carla says she has also rekindled an old flame and is looking forward to moving on with her life.
I hope that we can get along for the sake of our kids. 16 years. He said that he wanted to be my friend, so.
Just want to say I get screwed.
Yes, the verdict was fair.
Not really that fair, but especially for the child support, I think it's a little bit pricey.